Pendula Studios, Department of Puzzleistic Problematics and Player Assistance. Closed for vacation. Why, hello there. I'm Mr. Pendulo. This little game boggles the mind, doesn't it? Well, let's take a look.
You can go to sleep. If you make a wrong turn, I'll tell you. Turn off there! There!
Is this where that friend of yours is going to save Brian is?
No, we won't get there till dawn. My stomach has feelings too, you know.
Tell me about Brian.
About Basco? How do I know? Took him a long time to get used to Happy Dale. At first he was horrified. But, you know, not everybody's cut out for living in the nut house. It's like this. The worst part is that swine Kurgan made life real hard on him. He does that with all the rookies. But Basco stood up to him. I liked the guy. I said, we're like kindred spirits. Banana! And he was. No one can steal keys or trick an orderly or fool a nurse like he can. And at night, even though he was hard to convince, that kid had a natural-born talent for poker. And he hardly even paid attention. He'd spend the whole day thinking about his next hypnotherapy session with Dr. Bennett. I'm innocent and I'm sane, he'd always say. Soon I'll be free and get back to Gina again. 2 days ago, yeah, it was Monday. On Monday, he went totally berserk from the therapy.
Bennett wants to throw me in jail. I've got to escape.
We'll miss you.
Gabbo, you've escaped hundreds of times. You've got to help me out of here.
Pipe down, Basco, let me think. What you need is a Clint Eastwood.
Huh?
It's an escape designed for beginners. Not very artistic, but effective.
I'm not going back to jail. Tell me what needs to be done and I'll do it.
Listen up. You go into the casino and climb through the vent for the air conditioning ducts. Right behind the cover, you'll find a map. Use it to get to the central fan. A huge tube comes out of there. Climb up one of the numbered ladders. Doesn't matter which one, but don't even think of going up number 2. Slip between the bars, and you'll reach the tower at the top of the roof. You'll see a cable that leads down to the highway right outside the walls of Happy Dale. Just slide down that puppy end.
Thanks for the plan. Enjoy your stay, idiot.
Kurgan! Stop! Open up, Kurgan! Open it! Now what do I do? That psycho stole our plan.
Basco, the art of running away involves much more than following a plan to the T. Improvise.
But how am I supposed to get into the casino? That psycho locked the door from the inside.
Improvise, I say. And don't be dozing off. You gotta get everything ready to escape right when the clock strikes midnight. Not a minute later or a minute sooner.
Why do I have to go into the air ducts through the vent in the casino?
You can't use the air vent in the common areas, because there's always someone who can see you. The air duct vents in the rooms are so close to the cabinets that they're impossible to use. Only Munchkin Bob managed to get through one. But of course he was smaller than a shoebox. In other words, the air duct vent in the casino is the only sensible choice. Banana!
Do you really like bananas, or am I just crazy?
You answer that one yourself. Banana!
We'll talk later, Gabbo.
Okay, but if we don't see each other by March 6th, 2037 at 12:37 p.m., start ironing the money.
See you later, Gabbo.
Okay, and you can tell me about how Bennett sold you up the river, right? Banana.
Now would be better. When I came to, after being hypnotized, Bennett was already at his desk talking on the phone.
Judge Whitley, I was just wanting to, Oh, it's all settled now. Well, first thing tomorrow I'll have the report to you. But in conclusion, he's lying. He's not mentally ill. He's completely cognizant of his acts. He belongs in a prison and should never be let out.
Nice story, Basco. Now get back to work.
Great. What can I do to get into that casino? We're all up there, the insane crowd and the crew that takes care of us. Great idea, so we can all remember who everyone is, because around here, every Tom, Dick, and Harry could be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The epitome of the over-friendly shrink. Hypocrite. She's uglier here than in person. Didn't think it was possible. She's the exact opposite of Miss Palmer. Friendly, pleasant, hard-working. Too bad it's her day off. The dude has some majorly overgrown sideburns. I wonder why they call him Nuno the Stickface. He's tortured me ever since I got here, and now he's trying to keep me from escaping. He rarely takes that bag off his noggin. Wonder what he's staring at? An imaginary fly? Perfect set of teeth. They're fake, but perfect. Painter, musician, and escape artist. A true jack of all trades. But he does have the most unwavering personality at Happydale. He looks better in a hat. Seriously, you can tell he hasn't had an easy time in these last few months. He's my doubles partner in ping pong, but since he's been ranting and raving for the last few days, all our matches were forfeited. Hey, Ernie.
Hold on, Basco. What was all that yelling at Kurgan about?
Nothing. We were just playing, hide and go seek.
Oh? It's hard to believe you two get along. What do you need?
What do you think about the people at Happydale?
The employees or the patients?
Employees.
Who exactly?
The doctors.
My favorite is Bennett. He's reduced people's medication, and the solitary confinement, and the rough therapy sessions. He's a hard worker.
The nurses.
Ooh, they're all hotties. Too bad some of them are such whiny hags. That new one, Miss Palmer, I won't even look her in the face. Looks like a manhole cover.
The other orderlies.
They're not bad guys, but who besides Ernie could be your favorite orderly?
Sorry, I actually wanted your opinion about one of the patients.
Which one?
Gabbo Spiegelman.
I found out that an envelope arrives at Happydale every month, and inside is a $1 million donation. There's also a letter with no signature that asks that Gabbo be treated kindly and well in exchange. That's why the guy lives like a prince. Intriguing, huh?
Jacob Kurgan.
He's bad news, Basco. Don't get anywhere near him. Even if you think you're a step ahead of him, he's already put you through the ringer, and he'd do it again in a snap.
We really shouldn't be gossiping like this.
Okay.
What are you playing?
I'm not playing. This is Elvis brain training. A real blast. Amazing for jogging the memory and increasing your knowledge about the king. I know it all, except for the ones I miss.
Do you think I'm crazy?
More or less. More than Quickle, but less than Junior. You're more at Gabbo's level, but with a little touch of Hollister, a dash of Marcello, and a bit of Mr. Nice Guy. Like a loon, Basco. Next question.
I'm gonna take a little walk.
Be good, if you can. Cool.
This is Dr. Reset in Kurgan's room. Whoa. Looks like that psycho doctored up his bed to make it look like he's lying under the blanket. That way people will think he's sleeping and won't notice he's gone. In that case, I'd better not go in.
Cool. Cool.
Hi, Miss Palm.
Your medication.
More pills? I had my meds today, don't you remember?
You choose.
Okay.
Swallow. Good boy, Basco. And keep an eye on your stuff. I saw Kurgan suspiciously fumbling around with your pillow. I bet he stole your hidden candy.
Really? Okay. How cool. She fell for it. Thank goodness for the old put the pills behind the wisdom teeth technique.
Shoot.
Hey, Marcello. Why, thank you very much. What is it? Oh, a flower. Is it for me? It's lovely. A wonder of nature. Thanks, Marcelo.
You're welcome, Basco.
That's where I hide my candy. Yeah, I want those candies. Huh? What's this knife doing here? Kurgan, that psycho. Why would he have left this here? Well, at least he didn't take my candy. Hey, I never noticed there was a vent for the air duct system in here too. Gabo says the cabinet is so close to the vent that you can't squeeze through there, but why not try? Oh man, this is impossible. Someone put the cabinet so close to the air vent that getting through would be a miracle. I'd have to be Rubberman to do this. Hey, one question, Marcelo. Could you get in the vent for the air conditioning ducts?
Through the vent? Wouldn't I love to, Basco? But I'm the great Marcelo, and I can't stoop so low as to perform such a simple magic trick. It's for my own good.
It's about your famous routine, the one with the imaginary box.
Yes?
What did that imaginary box routine look like?
Picture this. The typical contortionist act in which a man twists his body over into itself until it's so tiny he can fit inside of a very teeny box. Though my innovation was to do so in an imaginary box, which is much more difficult than squeezing into a real one.
I don't quite get it. What was the imaginary box like?
Well, it was transparent, square, the lid open outward. It measured 3 feet on each edge.
Wait, I think I'm starting to get the idea. Yeah, I think I can picture it. It was a really small box. How did you manage to get inside?
It's obvious. Fold it up into a tiny ball.
Basco detests mimes. Basco detests contortionists. Ergo, Basco detests contortionist mimes. Okay, I take back what I said. Let's change the subject. Hey, what's up with that rope on your pants?
I look completely ridiculous compared to the way I look with suspenders, don't I?
Sure do.
Thing is, when mine came loose yesterday, Miss Palmer almost lost an eye. But luckily, she didn't.
Yeah, talk about luck.
Well, yes! Though Miss Palmer then had the brilliant idea of burning them.
What?
With a cigarette lighter.
She burned your suspenders? But they were your prized possession. What a spiteful old hag. Was becoming a mime your childhood dream, or is it some kind of weird therapy? Okay, I take back what I said. I've got to go, pal.
Okay.
Knowing him, I'd better take this one step at a time. Let's just imagine I happen to have an imaginary box. Then could you perform your famous act?
No, because I'm not wearing any suspenders. How can I perform an act of that caliber without my suspenders? Where's the glamour?
You are so right. Well, I'll just put the box away for now, I guess. It's like a spittoon for the drugged-up, insane crowd. No need to rummage for long. There's just a couple of little paper cups and the birthday candles from Monty Hollister's cake. Brand new. Wow, love those really fat ones. Good. I'll take the blue one. I go absolutely crazy over office supplies. It's better to steal the whole cookie jar than just one cookie. Nobody said anything, so I guess no one saw me take this. They're whiteboards, the kind you write on with a special marker and erase with your shirt sleeve. One will suffice, don't you think? You can tell some people have never had one of these in their pocket before. From what I understand, he's determined to get to Rancho Cucamonga. 1, he has a cold, and talking would be bad for his throat. 2, he's 102 years old. Let's not ask too much of the guy. 3, he went mute at the age of 90-something. Your throat's mighty fine and your tonsils will shine. Splash, splash, splash. It's minty freshness galore. From its sleek lines and the purr of the engine, I'd swear it was a '59 Caddy. That's not doable. Talk with Mr. Nice. Where do you get these wild ideas? Mr. Nice doesn't speak. In fact, he doesn't even listen. Hey, don't ever say I didn't try. Come on, Morgan. Don't be scared. I'm your friend. Hey, Morgan, I'm talking to you. Are you there? It says that Mr. Nice would like to take a trip to Atlanta, Georgia. No, Mr. Nice would notice it's missing immediately. Okay. Hey, that's a great idea. The old switcheroo. And now, let's see if it all plays out the way I expect.
When I saw how much you hurt me, I bought the bear for his soul. When he saw how much I loved. Those who say that life is worth it, they haven't met you at all. Now my dear agenda, nothing but hate in all my head. I bought the careful head gold.
Oh gee. The elastic straps are still on the outside. Mr. Nice, really? Now I can. High quality merchandise. All right, presto. Yes, but I'll prepare things as well as possible first. What could that strange thing poking me inside my pocket be?
Don't worry, it happens to me too, especially when I wake up in the morning.
An imaginary box.
An imaginary box.
Ah, if only someone here knew how to put these suspenders on and hop inside.
Hey, me, Basco, me, I can do it.
Well, these are for you then. Ladies and gentlemen, with you tonight, the great Marcelo!
Oh. Ay. Oh. Ay. Oh.
Marcelo, you okay?
Hmm?
Then get ready. Here comes the best part. And now, the great Marcelo will get out of the imaginary box and make his way through the imaginary tunnel.
Imaginary.
Until he reaches an imaginary trapdoor in the tunnel floor.
In the tunnel. I'm inside the casino.
The great Marcelo's been teletransported.
I teletransported.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the great Marcelo will kindly remove the key from the lock and put it in my hand. I knew that psycho had left it in the lock. The other day, Quickle just started banging on it, saying something about how it promotes bourgeois anorexia, until he busted it. The sliding iron weight came loose, and there's no way to use it anymore. No pun intended. All right. It weighs quite a bit, but I can deal. Gabbo stole it from the infirmary a while back. It's the only unused one sitting around. Some people use it to photocopy their butts. Kids these days. Yes, just like Gabbo planned.
Right after going through the air vent in the casino, you'll find a map. Use it to get to the central fan.
Unless... I knew it! Psycho, 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 psycho! I should have known that Kurgan would take the map of the air ducts. I have no other choice but to find another map, or I'll never make it to the roof.
Oh.
Gabbo, tell me something. Imagine some psycho just stole the air duct layout maps. How could I get my hands on another map?
By improvising. For instance, don't janitors usually carry that type of thing around?
We'll talk later, Gabbo.
Okay.
The other day, the one in the nurse's room went on the fritz, and they had to call in Chuck, the maintenance man. Well, let's give it a try.
What the? Boy!
Shoot, too loud. What can I do to keep it from being heard? No way. Quickle's in there, and he's having one of those days today. Hey, Quickle.
What?
Quickle, what's your opinion on Dr. Bennett's therapeutic methods?
Far too modern, far too intimidating, mentally infeasible. That man is insane. There are no punishments, no tortures, not even any electroshock therapies. What is becoming of our beloved sanatorium? I am completely outraged. I am horrified.
Oopsie daisy, it broke. Ernie, the radiator in this hall is busted.
Rose? Hey, doll. Tell that bird brain I need him in the West Wing pronto, okay? Chuck!
It's working. I just have to sit here and wait.
The colorblind guy. Who do you think?
Luckily, I won the funnel during our last poker game.
By the way, Red, you been to the bowling alley that just opened near St. Joseph's?
Chuck Berry.
Elvis Presley.
Dude, yo, you ain't got a clue.
So, just like Chuck Berry then.
You listen up, Fatso. The day will come when you eat your words and you say Chuck Berry is the king.
Not in this lifetime. The king of rock and roll is Elvis. End of subject. Fix that radiator and scram, Buster.
Freaking coward.
They're like puppets hanging from my little strings. Hey, Chuck.
Leave me alone, you crazy boy. I'm working.
I bet that inside there I'll find the layout maps for the ventilation ducts. That is such a good idea. Chuck is the real king. Presto. And now... Hey, Ernie, are you a Chuck Berry fan?
Not on your life, Basco.
Oh, since your picture on the photo panel says Chuck is the king.
What? Chuck!
Hey, man!
I caught you red-handed. This is your opinion, isn't it, punk?
That's not mine.
Come over here. Erase that with your tongue.
Chuck is the real... I never.
All right. I'll give you 1 minute to change your mind.
No.
Well?
Never.
Don't make me...
The layout maps I need are inside.
When I'm angry. I'll give you 1 more minute.
They're mine. And that flashlight would be amazingly handy for finding my way around those air ducts. Let's have a look. What the... I gotta figure out how to get to that ventilator fan. Okay, here we go. Good news, I found the central fan, and apparently the coast is clear. Somebody left this door open. Kurgan! Oh my! Oh, he's... Where's his head? Was it sliced off by the fan? Oh! How gross! This changes everything. Better tell Gabo about this. Where am I gonna put you, dude?
Brian burned Kurgan's head? And then what?